Everyone is so mad at Kevin O'Leary these days because of this data center that he's building in Utah. But I seem to be the only person who remembers that Kevin O'Leary and his wife allegedly unalived someone in a boating accident in Canada just a few years ago and got away with it. Kevin O'Leary doesn't care that you're mad at him. Kevin O'Leary is an evil grifter, and he probably gets off on being called an evil grifter. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about Kevin O'Leary, who is this mysterious figure that no one is really thinking about properly, in my opinion. And I think that this has led to a huge misunderstanding on everyone's side. Welcome to the King Leo Show. I'm your host, King Leo. All right, everyone. Today we have to talk about Kevin O'Leary, otherwise known as Mr. Wonderful, which will come in later. Kevin O'Leary is an entrepreneur who made his money how? Do you guys know? A lot of people think it's Shark Tank or crypto or something like this, but no one really remembers how Kevin O'Leary made his money. In fact, he used Shark Tank to launder himself as this self-made billionaire. Everyone on Shark Tank is kind of like this if you think about it. No one really knows how they made their money. It's not like it's Jeff Bezos who, invented Amazon, or Bill Gates who invented Microsoft. It's Mark Cuban did some sort of internet scam in the 90s and then bought some put options on the Yahoo stock and he's rich, but we have to pretend that he's Andrew Carnegie. There's one guy, the black guy, Damon, he actually made a clothing brand, FUBU. Everyone else is like, well, how did Barbara, whatever, make her money? Real estate, the Vegas thing. Kevin O'Leary is one of these guys who, if I can understand what he did, it was essentially some sort of government project in regards to education in Canada that made him a whole bunch of money in the 90s. It's just some internet boom scam. This is how a lot of people made money back in the day, okay? And he used Shark Tank, Baudrillardian's check-in, because this is super Baudrillardian. He used Shark Tank in order to legitimize himself as the new J.D. Rockefeller, as this like crazy cool guy. And you can see that he was deliberate in this choice because he's not like the other people on Shark Tank. The other people on Shark Tank, they're just as fake, they're just as bad, but they're all playing something different here, okay? Mark Cuban is being like this, like this cool basketball guy, and he's a man of the people or whatever. Damon is like the black guy on the show who's there to, help out black entrepreneurs in particular. I'm not even saying that in a denigrating way. He's helped out some people with cool ideas and all that, but he's there for the flavor, right? Same thing with Latinos. They brought on the Kind Bar guy to be the Latino guy for a little bit. Everyone on Shark Tank is using it in some way to make themselves look better. Lori makes herself look good as the TLC lady. It's all an ad. It's like everything in American television. And Kevin O'Leary, I don't know when this moniker came, and it's hard to track down, likes to be referred to as Mr. Wonderful on the show, despite the fact that Kevin O'Leary is perhaps the most disgusting person on the show, not just in terms of speaking and his way that he does business, because all that shows is bullshit, right? But he literally looks gross. Kevin O'Leary is a billionaire or pretty close to it. He could fix himself. He could make himself look better. Kevin O'Leary is an ugly looking guy and he takes no initiative to fix it. In fact, he uglifies himself further. I've actually seen him once in real life. His posture is terrible. Doesn't matter how rich you are, you should have good posture. He wears these 2 watches. He looks ridiculous. His clothing doesn't fit right. Kevin O'Leary actually wants to embarrass you. He wants to let you know that he is too stupid to be above you, yet he is. This is why you see him whenever he's debating someone on TV. He also films himself in sandals or funky pants because he doesn't just get off on you being, you can just be mad at him for being stupid. You have to see that he is stupid. He wants to prove to you, yeah, dude, I have no fashion sense. I'm ugly and I'm better than you. What? And there's some sick, like Harvey Weinstein-esque thing in that, but as someone who's like detached, bro, I don't really care about that. Now, to continue, Kevin O'Leary is a sick freak, an ugly, sick freak. All right. How do we know this? Well, because Kevin O'Leary participated in this movie called Marty Supreme, which was not very good, but the soundtrack was okay. And the only reason he did that, despite his interviews he did afterwards, he was like, I just want to get into a new business, is because afterwards he just came out and started attacking the movie industry for not using enough AI. I'm not saying that AI has no place in movies. I'm not saying that Hollywood shouldn't be nuked. I hate Hollywood. I think that they don't make any good movies. But it's a revealed motivation here that this whole AI pivot he's doing, it was done in a very calculated way. Okay, it was done in a very he went into this data center thing after leaving a trail of breadcrumbs to show that AI is more efficient. But that is a little bit on the surface, because if you think about it, Kevin O'Leary, there's this huge psyop he's done where this Arab Irish guy, because that's what he is, who's Canadian, pretends to be American. Kevin O'Leary is not American. I saw Fox News call him American last week when he was debating Utah data center and how the people are paid by the CCP that don't want him to build it. You're not American. Not only is he not American, we're kind of in some Vivek Ramaswamy territory here. He's an Emirati citizen. He is a citizen of the United Arab Emirates and Canada, but not the United States. Why is that? Probably to avoid global taxation, but he acts as if he is an American. And I don't mean to say anything offensive here to Americans, but I do think that partially his skin color plays a role here where people are like, oh, he's American. I think if he were like slightly darker, he would not be considered this, despite the fact that Kevin O'Leary looks weird. He's a weird looking guy. He doesn't look Irish. He doesn't look Arab. He doesn't look Canadian. He looks like a weird guy. Okay. But he looks white, I guess, in some ways, right? He looks like the prototypical, like the capitalist pig cartoon, okay? That's what he looks like. So he looks American, and he plays the role of an American. But what's more interesting is if you look at this data center stuff, man, we have no way of actually tracking down who's behind it. Whether it's Kevin O'Leary, the Canadian, or Kevin O'Leary, the Emirati, we do know he's a general partner of part of a fund that wants to do this data center. We don't know who else is in that fund. We don't know if it's Saudi Arabians. We don't know if it's Chinese or Iranians or Emiratis or Russians. We literally don't know. I actually asked Gemini about this. I was like, I don't understand how Kevin O'Leary gets to lobby a business and sell it as national security if he's not an American citizen. How does that make sense? Wouldn't you have to register as a foreign agent, especially if you're a GP of a foreign fund? And it said no, because the foreign agents is only applicable to lobbying. It's not applicable to this. And I go, what? That's crazy. So look, this is all to say, and I don't even want to conclude yet, but if you look at the way this deal is in Utah, if you look at the history of Kevin O'Leary, he is a rage baiter in chief. He is a master baiter. He loves to bait. And I'm going to be honest with you, dude, he probably will get his way in Utah. There's no amount of fighting back you're going to get. I'm telling you this because it's just the way it works. I'm not trying to be a doomer or anything. I think it's time to figure something else out. Lobbying and complaining does not work if you want to get that out of the way. As I always say, as a Bajrali, it says, you need to pretend harder than they do. And I don't know what that calls for in this situation, but you're not paying me. Go figure it out. Kevin O'Leary is going to get his way. And it's not his way. It's probably the way of some Saudi Arabian sheik or the way of some Emirati sheik. And he's going to take over Utah, and he's going to poison the state by drying up the water in the Great Salt Lake and releasing arsenic at the bottom. But that's just the way the world works. Kevin O'Leary gets to put you over a barrel because you're weak and he's strong. Kevin O'Leary is not a good person. And every time, because this is what he understands, that you attack him, that you tell him that he's a bad guy, he gets off on it because he's smart. Because Kevin O'Leary is a guy who gets off on this. He gets a dopamine hit from you being angry at him. And that's how a lot of people get rich. That's how a lot of people succeed. Donald Trump is very similar. Mark Cuban, not so much, somewhat in some fields. And you need to find a better way of fighting him if you want to win. But that's very difficult. I'd add that Kevin O'Leary, and if you don't believe me, you can confirm all of this. Okay, you look at Kevin O'Leary, and I saw a clip of him today saying that young people are paying $27 for lunch and they're stupid. Kevin O'Leary knows how global petroleum markets work and fertilizer and food supply. He knows how inflation and monetary policy works. Yet he's blaming you, the end consumer, for rising prices in consumer pricing. He's blaming the consumer for the consumer price index. And there is some philosophy that explains that, but the reality is he's just rage baiting. Utah, I hope you know that the only reason Kevin O'Leary is building this in your state is probably because you're the easiest people to rage bait. You're the easiest people to rage bait. That's it. I think, I'll give you a free one. Honestly, The only way to beat him would be to have everyone move out of Utah. That would actually kind of work. If you removed your whole tax base, you said everyone's leaving Utah, you would probably win. But, that's the free one. Kevin O'Leary is just rage baiting you, and he will win because he is rage baiting. So, I'm sorry. But, as they say, what is it? Big F small? That's how it works, dude. And it sucks, but I don't like Kevin O'Leary, and he's going to get his way. I'm sorry, you have to go through that, Utah. Let me know what you think. Is Kevin O'Leary actually an American patriot who cares about national security? Can you believe he made that Utah national security cap? Just an American patriot who's a citizen of the Emirates in Canada. Doesn't want to pay American taxes. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let me know what you think. Is Kevin O'Leary the top American patriot? And if you're in Utah, shouts out to you, brother and sister. Try your best. But hey, next time you want to get people on side to recruit against Kevin O'Leary or something like that, these two young ladies that are recruiting against, they said, a man is telling me what to do. It's not 2014 anymore. You know that a lot of men oppose data centers, right? Why alienate the audience? Why do that? Go ahead and you're going to get ran over, steamrolled. And it's not entirely Kevin O'Leary's fault. It is bad propaganda. Everyone does bad propaganda. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Let me know what you think about this American patriot, and I will see you next time.